गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद।
प्रभुपाद गुरुदेव प्रभुपाद।
जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की
जय। प्रभुपाद
जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्री प्रभुपाद महाराज की जो विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज की
जय।
आनंद गौड़ी वैष्णव वृंद की
जय।
नामाचार्य दास ठाकुर की
जय।
प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की हृदय गो प्रेमानंदे। All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओ भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
भगवते वासुदेवाय।
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। नमः पङ्कजनाभाय नमः पङ्कजमालिने नमः पङ्कजनेत्राय नमस्ते पङ्कजात्रे। मूकं करोति वाचालं भङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं परमानन्दमाधवं। Hare Krishna. Welcome back to Bhagavad Gita study class. Reading from Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 14, the three modes of material nature, and today's verses 26 and 27. Verse 26 will be Mam chayo avyabhijarena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samite dedan brahma bhuyaya kalpade. Mam chayo avyabhijarena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samite dedan brahma bhuyaya kalpade. Mam chayo avyabhijarena bhakti yogena sevate सगुणान् समतीदेदान् ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते। मैत्री माँ जी।
हरे कृष्णा। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मां चयो अव्यभिचारेण भक्ति योगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्यैतान् ब्रह्म भूयाय कल्पते। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। स्निग्धा माँ जी।
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। मां च यो अव्यभिचारेण भक्ति योगेन सेवते सगुणान् समतीत्येता न तेतान् ब्रह्मा भूयाय कल्पते। May I read the translation?
Yes.
Mam, unto me, cha, also, yah person, avyavicharena, without fail, bhakti yogena, by devotional service, sevate, render service, saha, he, gunan, all the modes of material nature, samatitya, transcending itan, all these Brahma Bhuyaya, to be elevated on the Brahman platform, Kalpate is considered. 1. who engages in full devotional service, who doesn't fall down in any circumstance, at once transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. Hare Krishna.
So, verse 27. Brahmano hi pradishtaham amrdasya vyasya cha shashadasya cha dharmasya sukasya gandigasya cha Brahmano hi pradishtaham amrdasya avyayasya cha shashwadasya cha dharmasya sukasya gandigasya cha Brahmano hi pradishtaham amrdasya avyayasya cha shashwadasya cha dharmasya sugasya gandigasya cha. Vaikri Maharaji.
Hare Krishna. ब्रह्मणो हि प्रतिष्ठाहम् अमृतस्य व्ययस्य च शाश्वतस्य च धर्मस्य सुगस्यै कान्तिकस्य च.
Okay, right. Hare Krishna. Snigdha Maharaji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Brahmana hi pratishtaham amrutasya vyayasya sa sastasya sa dharmasya mukhasya kantikasya sa. Brahmana of the impersonal Brahmayoti, he certainly pratishtha, the rest, aham, I am, amritasya, of the imperishable, avyaya, immortal, sa also, saswatasya of eternal, sa and dharmasya of the constitutional position, sukhasya happiness, aikantiskasya ultimate, sa also. Meaning, and I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman, which is the constitutional position of ultimate happiness and which is immortal, imperishable, and eternal. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chachurunmeridam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Sthavidam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupagada Mahyam Dadadi Swapadandiyam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udapadagamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamstam Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathanvidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvidamstam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagalpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Namastude Taptaga Anjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhan Sude Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpadarubhischa Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swaminidhi Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Dadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Mam chayo avyabhijarena bhakti yogena sevade sagunan samridedan brahma bhuyaya kalpade. One who engages in full devotional service, who does not fall down in any circumstance, advance transcends the modes of material nature and thus comes to the level of Brahman. So this is the answer to the third question of Arjuna. What were the questions asked by Arjuna? Snigdamaji?
Sorry, Prabhu, I actually not remember.
Pardon?
Sorry, Prabhu, I actually not remember the question.
Okay,
What?
Arjuna, three questions. In verse number 21, if you remember, he asked these three questions. First he asked, what are the signs? Kairlinges, which are the symptoms of a person who has transcended the three gunas. Kairlinges, three gunan, edan, adido, parvo. What are the symptoms of a person who has or disconnected. Okay, so Arjuna, ask this questions because it's very interested in getting out of this bondage. Arjuna as a Kshatriya basically is in the mixed world of Sattva So some is it is my voice still not clear? Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, now it is little bit clear.
You
Prabhuji, it,
cannot hear me? You're mute now.
yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes,
Can you
Prabhuji.
hear me?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay, right. Suppose I put on the video, will it disturb the audio? Just tell me if it is not clear, just tell me. Okay. Is it clear now? Can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes, yes, Prabhuji. Now it's clear.
Okay, right. All the time it's going on. I mean, it's that connectivity is going.
Yeah. Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Is getting off. This is materialist life. You have all the modern technology and they give rise to so many problems also. It solves one thing, then creates another problem.
Yes.
But then we have to live with it. Because at least we are using the technology for preaching only, no other purpose. So Krishna answers these questions very systematically. First he says, Prakasham cha pravartim cha mohameva cha pandava na dveshti sampravartani na nivartani kankshadi. The person who is who is above these gunas, he is not worried or he is not overjoyed when the effects of gunas are present. Now, Prakasha is the effect of Satuguna, knowledge. You know that. And then Pravrti is activity, is a effect of
Yes.
Rajogun, and Moha is the effect of Tamogun. So, one who has transcended these modes, he doesn't worry, he is not worried, he's not bothered, he's not disturbed, rather, he's not disturbed And because he's not disturbed, he doesn't hate this when they're present. And a material mind, every material, although he's liberated, he's Jivan Mukta, he has transcended gunas, but then still at the present, because of his prarabdha karma, he's still having his body, which is having material mind also. Although Jiva Goswami says that the person who is a Krishna conscious is body is also spiritual. And that's a big statement from Jiva Goswami, because it has got a deep meaning, because it says that spiritual means he not even have the gunas flashing across his mind. Now, even if the thoughts are present, the problem with that conditioned souls like us is that these gunas are manifested in our mind only. And being body consciousness, we accept mind as a soul. Actually, soul has just got nothing to do with the mind, the body, as subtle or ghost, whatever it is. The soul has got its own qualities, the 8 big qualities as given in Chandogya Upanishad. But we being unaware of this, whenever we think of I, we associate the thoughts that comes in our mind, and we identify these thoughts with ourselves. Even though we are studying Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam very thoroughly, nicely, listening to all the talks and all that, ultimately, when it comes to the thoughts, we think that these thoughts are our own, that we are part of this. We identify ourselves with the thoughts. The person who has transcended these modes, he can keep a distance. He distances himself with the thoughts that is coming to his mind. The thoughts which is comprising of Sattva-guna, Rajo-guna, Tamo-guna. And doesn't hate them. Unhappy also. Na nivartani kankshadi. He longs for that. No, he doesn't long for that. So this is an internal thing. Only a person knows what is actually happening inside himself. Only he knows, is the first person to know that he has transcended these gunas. Because these disturbances created by these modes, worried or disturbed when they're present, no, he longs for them when they are not present. Because he is situated in a neutral manner. Udasinavat asino. Udasinavat asino gunainna vicharyate. He's not disturbed by the gunas because he's indifferent, or rather you can say neutral. Udasinavat, as if he is neutral. Because he's not taking part, he's not taking a position. Udasinavat means it's a madhyastha, means one who doesn't take any position. The mediator. Mediator is a person who is mediating between two opposing parties. He doesn't take any position. He just mediates. The Udasina is also like that. He's very neutral. Neither he hates his gunas, effects of gunas, nor he is aspiring for them. He knows that these are present. These are only working. These gunas are only working. You'll find a similar sloka in 3rd chapter also. I think 31. 29. Yes. Tattvittu Mahabaho Guna Karma Vibhagayoho 28. Guna Guneshu Vartanda Idimatva Nasajjade. Guna Guneshu Vartanda Idimatva Nasajjade. Tattvit means one who is in knowledge of absolute truth. He does not engage himself in the senses and the sense gratification, knowing well the difference between work and devotion, work for fruitive activities. So he knows that gunas accept as modes is also considered senses also and mind and everything. So he knows that these senses are working through senses and the mind. Actually, gunas only working through the medium of senses and mind. His minds and senses, and he's not disturbed. That is only possible only with the great exalted devotees of Krishna, they are totally into Krishna consciousness. And because all the time they're thinking of Krishna. So this will be answered how it is being done, how they achieve this state is now actually now our shlokas of this day, today's verses. So guna vartantatyeva yo avatishthati nanengade. And then what is his behavior? This express the next two verses. Behavior. Behavior is a samadukha sukha sosta samaloshtrashmakanjana. Sama sukha dukha is equal in sorrow and happiness. Because he knows the sarva kaman, as Krishna says, sarva mano, in verse 55 of second chapter, he says, Savan partha manorathan. Oh. In answer to Arjuna's question, what is the behavior of a steadfast person? Siddha Pratnya Sikha Bhasha. He answers, Prajahari Yada Kaman Savan Parthan Manogadan. Everything is Manogadan only. It's a state of mind only. It's a mental concoction. Everything is a mental concoction. We concoct so many things within our mind. So the pleasure, sorrow, everything is a mental concoction. Why? How it is for how he realizes how he is equal to this mental saman, sukha and dukkha? Because he's sosta. Sosta means he's situated himself. Because he has realized his Brahman, that he is Brahman only. Because of realization, he is able to be neutral to pleasure and sorrow, happiness and unhappiness. And Sama Loshashma Kanjana for him, earth, a clod, a stone, and gold. Basically, everything is earth only. So he's very much when he says he treats everything equally. Because gold is nothing but a product of earth. So Sama Loshashma Kanchana means is equal between a clod, a stone, and a gold. No, these are the things that others can see now. The first two verses are internal. Only he knows that he has transcended. Now, because of his behavior, he is exhibiting his qualities of person who has transcended, and then others can recognize this. Then others can know that he has transcended. Because he is not at all affected by God. He's not running after anything. And even in the midst of normal persons, when they're having some problem with the mind, with the money-related problems or health, they feel very bad. This person, the person who has transcended gunas, is absolutely not bothered. He's not very much elated when something good he gets. Dukeshu, in verse 56, you will find immediately the same thing. Dukeshu anudignamana sugeshu vigadaspruha. Isn't it? Sugeshu vigadaspruha. Dukeshu anudignamana. These others can see. Tulya priya priya dhira, because dhira means one who is able to tolerate this. One who can tolerate the urges. If you look at the 5th chapter, again, you'll find this similar sort. 523. I think. Shaknodi heva sodum prak sharira vimokshana kama krodholbhavam vegam sayukta susugindra. No, everywhere it's spread all over Bhagavad Gita. You can find the qualities of the Tattvavid, the Siddha Prajna, the Gunatita. It's all the same. The only difference here is that the last question is which Arjuna is asking how. That is a new thing in here. In verse 23 also you can Shaknodi iheva sodhum. One is able prak sharira before he leaves his body, if he's able to tolerate, sodhum means tolerate. What he is tolerating? Kama krodhol bhavam begam, the urges of lust and anger. Then he is termed as yukta. Who is yukta? Is fit for liberation. His yukta means he is fit for liberation, and he is sukhi, and he is fit for the Brahman bliss. Tulya nindatma samstudi. You can praise me, or you can praise a person. You can insulting, it doesn't matter. You can mana apamanayo, dishonor him. So many things you can do. Praise and insult is by the means of words only, while respect and disrespect is by body and by mind only. Because if I'm glorifying somebody, I should use words. If I am rebuking or scolding or insulting someone, then I'm using words. But sometimes I keep my mind, and sometimes I exhibit it, like if I give a garland to someone. It is either both in the mind, that is praise and the insult is to medium words. In all such circumstances, the Gunadita is not disturbed, is tulya, is equal. Whether you kick me, whether you praise me, you give me a nice things, the garlands and all that, is equal. Sarva arambha parityagi. Sarva arambha parityagi means he is not at all interested in engaging in any activities which has got a material purpose. You have to understand that he is not aligned to win, not disinclined to activities relating to his soul. Sarvarama Parityagi means the person is not at all interested in material activities or material entrepreneurship, which has got a material purpose. But something related to bhakti related to Krishna, is all the ego, all the very much ego, very much enthusiastic. But because of his neutral in material activities, he is renouncing all those kind of activities. Except the material thing is just to keep your body and soul together. So he explains, Krishna explains both these, what are the symptoms, and then he explains what are the behavior, and then he is coming to the third question, which is in this clause. What is that? How he has transcended. The only way you can transcend this guna, Krishna says, Mamcha yo avyabhicharena. Mamcha, only me only. Avyabhicharena means without any mixture, untainted, exclusive devotion. Exclusive devotion. To me only. So to Krishna only and not to any other person. And devotion only and no other persons. Only devotion which is not mixed with jnana or karma, and to Krishna only can a person overcome these gunas. So Krishna is very firm on this. And because in case of jnana and karma, the jnana and karma ultimately is not eternal. Once you achieve this goal, it no longer is required. Srimad Bhagavatam says, 11th canto, 19th chapter, verse 1 says that Jnanam cha mai sanyase. When you see that, understand that Krishna, who is wielding, who is playing his flute, Shama Sundara Krishna, he realizes Shama Sundara Swama is ultimate. Then he discards this knowledge, which has helped him to understand Krishna. But devotional service is eternal. Devotional service is bhaktiyaham egayagrahya, is not temporary, or it is remaining only when the purpose is served. No, even after the purpose is served, also it continues. The pure bhakta is free from gunas even from the very beginning. Srimad Bhagavatam, when he's talking about gunas, that 25th chapter of 11th canto, Krishna says, Satvika Karago Asangi, person in the sattvic mode is unattached, is detached. Yes, he has understood the problem with attachment, the material attachment. So he's detached. Ragando Rajasasmrita, but a person in a Rajoguna is very much attached. Ragantha. Ragantha means fierce attachment. And Tamasa Smriti Vibhrashto. The person Tamaguna is totally, his case is very, very pathetic. Because he doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. Doesn't have any idea of what is Shastra. What all his actions are based on. What is that? His inclinations only. So Satovana, Rajoguna, then Nirguna Madhava, a person who has surrendered to me is Nirguna, he is not affected by the gunas. So Krishna in the second chapter says, Traigunni Vishya Veda Nishtraigunyo Bhava Arjuna. If you want to transcend this, you have to transcend these three modes. And Krishna is very clearly says that only person who has surrendered to him, surrendered, he who only serves me by undeviating Bhakti Yoga, as described in the 12th chapter. Sagunan Samadhidedan. There he transcends this and attains what? Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpade. He attains this position of that, is qualified for Brahman. So Arjuna has got a question in his mind. Why I am doing devotional service to you, then why, how can I attain Brahman? This is only for impersonalists only. So Krishna says in the next verse, in verse 27, Brahmano hi pratishtaham amrtasya avyayasya cha shashvatasya cha dharmasya sugasya gandhiyasya cha. So I am the basis of this impersonal Brahman. Yes, the first realization of the first step is Brahman realization as per Srimad Bhagavatam. Beginning, we are always discussing this verse. Vadandi tat tattva vidas tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmedi paramatmedi bhagavani shabdyade. So, in the first realization of the form and the absolute truth is realized in three phases. And the first realization is Brahman. The second phase is Paramatma, and third is Bhagavan. But whether you have to get a Brahman realization or Paramatma realization, you have to worship Krishna only, because Brahman is based on Krishna only. Krishna is a ground, is a support for Brahman. So those who are interested in getting the Brahman realization, achieving this Brahman realization, they should worship Krishna only. For success in the endeavor, in their the spiritual endeavor. And then he describes the qualities of Brahman, the Sukha that is, as in what is Sugasya Abhyayasya, Amrdasya Abhyayasya. So Arjuna says, is it equal to that heavenly pleasures? Amardasya Abhyayasya is equal to heavenly pleasures. Krishna says, no, heavenly pleasures is temporary only. You have to come back. This is Abhyayasya, this is eternal. It cannot be destroyed or it cannot be temporary. It is always, it is permanent. That state of consciousness is permanent. It is Kutastha. There is no change. Positioning in one point only. And Shashvadas Dharmas Sugaya Gandhiya. So Krishna says, yes, I am this basis. And Sridhar Swami says it's like I am the condensed Brahman, condensed Brahman. Like for example, there's a sunlight. Light is emanating from sun globe. So sun globe is considered as a condensed light because it is a source of that light. Because it is the source of the light is called the condensed light. That is, Sridhar Swami says, is a condensed. Krishna is a condensed Brahman. And this is confirmed in Harivamsha. Harivamsha is one of these sub-Puranas attached to Mahabharata. It's a very famous one. Harivamsha is, you can see our Prabhupada and all our Acharyas freely quoting from Harivamsha. It's one of the great Vaishnava literature. So in that Harivamsha, in the episode pertaining to this Santana Gopala, when Brahmana is losing his children, ultimately Krishna and Arjuna to recover these children, bring back these children, they are going, because they understood that it's Vishnu only has taken this, so they are going to Vishnu Lok. So the Vishnu Lok, when they are traveling to Vishnu Lok, the material universe is very dark. So how to get away to Vishnu Lok is through this light, which is a condensed light, is a Brahman light. So that time Krishna tells to Arjuna, Tat param paramam brahma sarvam vibhajate jagada mamaiva tad ghanam tejo nyadum arsi bharata. That supreme Brahman illuminates the whole universe. You should know that the condensed light belongs to me. So this is light only. Brahman is a light only. And Padma Purana also confirms this. Padma Purana also says Brahman's effulgence. Which is effulgence? Effulgence coming out the toenail of Krishna. Yasya prabha pravodo jagadanda godi kodi shasheshu sudadi vibhudi vinnam tad brahma nishkalam ananda ashesha bodham govindam adi purusham tamaham bhaja. This is Brahma Samhita. We always sing that. So Krishna's effulgence, powerful effulgence, is known as undifferentiated, unlimited, or encompassing Brahman. The Brahman is emanating from the toenail, the effulgence of Krishna's toenail only. And the Lord displayed in unlimited planets throughout the billions of universes. Billions and billions of universes are there. And all these things, actually, it is situated in this Brahman effulgence. Shashadasya dharmasya sugasya gandhiyasya cha. So how the joy is expressed? Madhusudana Chakravarti says, I offer my respects to Son Nanda, joy personified, the very essence of all beauty, human form, the supreme Brahman, devoid of dualities of mind. So all these qualities, the Sukha, everything is Krishna is a source. Ananda, Anandamaya Abhyasa, Rasove Rasa, Anandamaya Abhyasa, everything is coming from Krishna only. And this Brahman is partaking the qualities of Krishna. So that is why Krishna says, everything of Brahma, I am the basis. The constitution or the support of Brahma is Krishna only. The qualities of Brahma, the basis is Krishna only, whether it is Amardasya, eternity, Shashvadasya, or the 6 religious principles, or the rasas, all the rasas. Sukasya, Ekantikasya, Ekantasya means rasas. Everything Brahman having is part of Krishna. The basis is Krishna only. So that is why he said that Vasudeva Sarvamiti, Krishna is everything. When you understand that Krishna is the base of everything, or Brahman, Paramatma, and all those qualities, transcendental qualities, everything is belong to Krishna. Everything is emanating. Am Sarvasya Prabhava, Mata Sarva Prabhava. Everything is emanating from Krishna only. Then our realization become very perfect. So that is the best Brahman realization, that we are a part of Krishna, Amsha of Krishna, and our duty is to worship Krishna. So thank you very much. Any clarification, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. What are the 6 religious principles, Prabhuji?
Religious principles, as we have understand this, what our Baldev Vidya Bhushan. I'll go from Baldev Vidya Bhushan, that will be better. Prabhupada is also mentioning that, no?
Yes.
He says 6 eternal qualities called Shad Aishwarya.
Yes.
Shad Aishwarya. Now you understand, no? Which is Shad
Yes.
Aishwarya.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, he will equates his dharmasya as Shad Aishwarya.
Yes.
And the Shad of extraordinary rasa is emanating, rising from variegated pastimes.
Yes.
So, for everything, the Brahman has to depend on Krishna. That is the idea.
Yes.
Rasove sa rasam hi evayam labdva anandi bhavati. The Lord is rasa, attaining him, the embodiment of rasa, one becomes blissful. So when you become blissful, only when you attain Krishna. So that is why Krishna says, Brahmano hi pradishtaham. Hare Krishna. So this is a very important chapter. So the essence of idea is that the Maya has got 3 constituents, which are called the gunas. Satoguna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna. The embodied jiva is in the grip of gunas, and that is the one that binds him. And how to get out this gunas is through bhakti yoga only. So this is the contents of this essence of
Chapter.
this. So thank you very much. You can render
Yes.
this.
Yes, Prabhu. Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladadayini, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Silatanka Nakhalai, Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho, Yato yato yami tato Narsimho, Mahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha, Narsimhamadi Sharanam Prapade, Tabakara Kamala Bare, Nakham Adbhuta Srungam, Dalita Hiranyakasipu, Tanubhrangam, केशवद्रेता नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव, जय नरसिंहदेव, जय नरहरि नरहरि नरहरि, जय नरहरि, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह, जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह, जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह, जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह, जय प्रहलाद नरसिंह, जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद, निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम्। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम्। ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहं भीषणं भद्रं मृत्यु नमाम्यहम्। सर्व विघ्न विनाशक नरसिंह भगवान की जय।
Jai. Vancha kalpadruvascha.
कृपा सिंधु भयवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः।
अनंत कोटि वैष्णव की जय, श्री
जय।